What's up, YouTube? I'm No Lock No Mar, the Mighty Kraken. I went to New York Comic Con this past weekend, and I'm happy to say I finally have some feeling in my legs. I'm doing an unboxing video today of Kotobukiya's Ash Williams Evil Dead 2 Bishoujo figure. When Kotobukiya announced that they were going to be making these statues based off of all the horror icons, I thought it was going to be dope. But when they released the Freddy Krueger statue, I was a little disappointed because they just look like really hot cosplayers. Bishoujo translates from Japanese to English as beautiful girl. So obviously they can't have the iconic look of a Jason with a deformed eyeball up here or a burnt Freddy Krueger. It's kind of an oxymoron. But when I saw the Ash figure at New York Comic Con, it just jumped out at me. And I said to myself, I need to get this. It was an early con release. They had a little placard. It's not going to be available until October of 2019. But if you go on their website, you can pre-order it. And it says it'll be available sometime later this month. So I don't know what that's about. So whether she releases later this month or October of next year, you could pick her up for $89.99. I almost don't want to Uber because the artwork on the box is pretty dope, but let's check that out. Here's a quick look at one of the side panels. Here's the back panel. And it does come with the Necronomicon, the Book of the Dead. And like I said, man, the artwork on the box is pretty dope, but I gotta take her out of the box. Now, from the tip of the chainsaw down to the base, she stands at about 10 3/4 inches. A couple of things that jumped out to me about this statue was the detail in the chainsaw. You can see the blood spatter. Even the attachment from her arm to the chainsaw. Close-up of her face, and she's all scarred up. If you watch the great 1987 film directed by Sam Raimi and starring the great Bruce Campbell, he does get up in the movie. So she is all scarred up, and she's wearing the iconic blue shirt, and she's showing a little bra action. But again, the attention to detail, the belt buckle for the strap, back view, and she does have the boomstick. One of the things Kotobukiya does really well is the attention to detail on their bases. If you have the Gwen Stacy figure and the Black Widow figure and the first Wonder Woman statue, but if you remember the scene from the movie with the basement door, you could see the hand that's sticking out, and the chains are actually, you can move them around just a little bit. And at the back end of the base, you have the Necronomicon. You can't move it, it's part of the base. Obviously, Ash Williams is not disfigured like Jason or burnt like Freddy, so the pretty look pays off. Even the details on the shoelaces on the boots. Look, Sam Raimi camera action. Really great figure. I'm glad I picked it up, and they also had on display some of their merchandise that is coming out in 2019. The next two horror icons that are coming out is a Michael Meyers statue, I almost said figure, and a Pinhead. The Michelle Meyers figure is coming out in late May of 2019. The Pinhead will be released in late March of 2019. And the Michael Myers figure has the mask very similar to what Black Widow has, where you have the Daredevil mask that you can kind of move around and just place wherever you want. I don't know if the Michael Myers mask is going to be glued down like the Necronomicon. Also, the original Wonder Woman statue came with an Amazonian helmet that you can place wherever you want. But for the Michael Myers figure, I would really like if they did what I would really like them to do with the Michael Myers figure is if the same thing that they did with the Spider-Woman and the Gwen Stacy, where you can switch out the heads and have the pretty girl face and then have the mask. You can pre-order the Michael Myers statue and the Pinhead statue right now on Kotobukiya's website. Michael Myers will cost you $89.99 and Pinhead is $109.99. First 3 days of the con, Kotobukiya gave away free posters of some G.I. Joe characters. Thursday was Scarlet, Friday was the Baroness, and Saturday was Lady J. Great thing is, those are going to be statues that they're coming out. They haven't released a release date yet. Again, there is no release date for when those G.I. Joe statues will be coming out. I'm assuming if it's in the same order that they gave out the posters, we may get Scarlet first and hopefully get her sometime later next year. Earlier this year, Kotobukiya announced that they were making My Little Pony Bishoujo statues. They had a Pinkie Pie full figure Also, they're coming out with a Twilight Sparkle and a Fluttershy. I don't know. I don't collect My Little Ponies, but I think it's going to be a hot ticket item for them, for all the bronies out there and all the My Little Pony collectors. They had some statues for their Ikemen figures. And I don't know when, but they're going to come out with a Domino statue. And what I'm most excited about is that they're making a new Catwoman figure. The first Catwoman statue that came out is probably my holy grail. It sells online for like $500-600. I'm not going to pay that much if I can get my hands on one. Guys, look out for my next 2 videos. I took so many pictures at New York Comic Con. I'm going to make a whole montage of everything that was on the show floor. And the second video will be all the cosplayers. Guys, let me know what you thought about the Ash statue and the future merchandise that Kotobukiya has coming out next year. This is my boomstick.